If you're over 50 and lifting weights, there are 5 common mistakes that women make when they're strength training and don't even realize they're making the mistakes. I'm going to share with you in this video how you can avoid making those mistakes, practical tips on what to do about it so that you can continue to become stronger after 50 and of course prevent getting injured. And be sure to stick around for number 5 because it's a big one and I'm going to share with you some easy ways to get it done. The first mistake that women make when strength training and lifting weights is not lifting heavy enough. And I completely understand there's a fear of getting injured. There's also a fear of bulking up. So I understand. However, it's very important that we lift weights that will challenge our muscle. So for example, this little 5-pound weight, it does nothing for my muscle. But this weight is 10 pounds and you can begin to see my muscle is being challenged when I'm using a 10-pound weight. And so it's important that we challenge our muscle. And I understand you don't want to get injured, and I felt the same way. So what I would suggest is, what I did was I did get a personal trainer a few years ago to help me learn how to lift weights properly. And also, he also helped me learn how to use the machines in the gym. So if you can't get to a gym or you can't afford a personal trainer, I completely get it. This book has been a lifesaver for me. Weight Training for Dummies, as you can see, I've read it and read through it, and it's been very helpful, very simple to understand, and it's helped me learn how to lift weights properly so I don't get injured. And no worries about bulking up. I've been lifting now for about 4 years and I don't bulk up. Of course, speak to your doctor so you don't injure yourself. That's the first mistake women make, is concern about getting injured and bulking up, so they lift the very light weights. Not gonna work, ladies. Believe it or not, the second mistake that women make when they're strength training and lifting weights is overtraining and not taking a day of rest. So let me just share a secret with you. Our muscles grow when they're resting. So when we're lifting, the muscle's not growing then, it's being challenged, and those fibers are being pulled apart. But on the rest days, that's when the muscle is growing. So we really need to rest and recover on the days that we aren't strength training. So for example, you may have a schedule where you strength train on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and your rest days are Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So what I suggest is, on your rest days, don't lift weights. I take walks on my rest days. I might jump rope on my rest days. I get on my treadmill on my rest days, but I don't lift. Those are the days that my body is to rest and recover so that it can build muscle. And I know there are days when I'm resting that I'm thinking I should be doing something, but those are the days, those rest days, those recovery days, when our muscle is growing. So we really should not overtrain, but make sure we have those days where our muscles are resting and growing so that we can build muscle then. So no overtraining, ladies, just maybe 3 days a week. Again, you can speak with your doctor about how often you should train or your personal trainer, but that's what I did. And next, number 3, the mistake that women make is doing too much cardio. And I know if you're like me in your late 50s, I grew up in a time when it was all about aerobics, cardio, and things like that. And so we feel like exercise means cardio, cardio, cardio. Well, too much cardio, number 1, it's gonna make us burn muscle. Number 2, our bodies don't respond to stress the way it used to, ladies. And if you're like me in your late 50s, you're around menopause or postmenopause, that increased cardio could be seen as stress on the body, which increases our cortisol levels, which causes us to hold on to belly fat. And so it's a whole situation. Just know that cardio, cardio, cardio too much is not going to be helpful when we're trying to build muscle and strength train. We need to make sure we do just enough cardio, and that varies per person. I will share with you what I do is on the days that I'm on my treadmill, I will sprint on my treadmill as fast as I can for 30 seconds, 3 times, and I completely rest in between those sprints. And that's so that I can do a little cardio and get my heart muscle some exercise so that it can stay strong. And you may want to speak with your personal trainer or your doctor about how much cardio you should do, but don't do lots of cardio every day, because then you are going to be burning muscle and you're also going to be stressing your body out, because our bodies perceive stress very differently when we're in middle ages, around menopause, postmenopausal time. The fourth mistake women make when lifting weights and strength training is not getting your body warmed up and prepared for the strength training session. So instead of getting up and going quickly into lifting weights and strength training, we really need to warm our body up. You can get on your bicycle, if you have a stationary bike, get on your treadmill. Be sure to do like some arm circles. I'll do leg circles. I will also stretch to make sure I'm very flexible before I start lifting weights. Get those muscles kind of stretched a little bit and those ligaments and all stretched so that we don't get injured. So don't go directly into strength training. Be sure that you take some time and get your body prepared for the session. Anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes is good to stretch and warm your body up so that your body's prepared when you start lifting weights. The fifth mistake that women make when building muscle is a big one, and that is not getting enough protein in our diet. Protein are the building blocks of muscle. So we need those building blocks in order to build muscle when we're strength training. And so I really work hard to look for easy ways to get protein in, because it's really not easy to get protein in. So I'm going to share with you 4 items that I keep on hand to make sure I have something quick to help me get the protein that I need every day. So I always keep peanut butter on hand. This peanut butter, 2 tablespoons, is 7 grams of protein. There are times when I just scoop out 2 tablespoons and eat it. I may put it on an apple and eat it, but I keep peanut butter in my pantry to help have these little small items around to help build protein. The next is a Greek yogurt. This Greek yogurt gives me 14 grams of protein in a 3/4 cup, and it's delicious. It's vanilla bean. So I'll scoop out a 3/4 cup, and that's 14 grams of protein. There are times when I add chia seeds to my yogurt, and this gives me 6 grams of proteins, just sprinkling 2 tablespoons on the yogurt. And so that takes me up to about 20 grams of protein with just these 2 items. And lastly, I always keep hemp hearts available. So when I make my smoothies, I'll throw 2 tablespoons of hemp hearts in, which gives me 10 grams of protein in these hemp hearts. And you don't even taste them when they're in the smoothie. There's no change to the consistency of the smoothie or the flavor with these hemp hearts. And those are just 4 items I keep on hand to get the amount of protein that I need every day. And so for me, that's around 130 grams of protein per day. This is not all that I use to get my protein in. I have salmon, chicken breast, you name it. I have meats. I use turkey, ground turkey, and all kinds of items that I use to get enough protein in. These are just quick items that I can grab on the go to add protein to my diet. If this video has helped you, comment stronger below. And also be sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you want more helpful tips on building muscle, healthy aging. And remember, it's not about living longer, it's about living stronger. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.